Okay, 192 through 197. Here we go. Label the x-axis. Ooh, I wish they were all this easy. This one's the x-axis. Okay, and this one's the y-axis. Next, graph y equals 3. I do get a lot of people who get this confused, and they're like, God, I can't remember if it's an up and down line or a left to right line. These are kind of counterintuitive, but here's the way I like to do it. Find a spot where y equals 3. I bet you can do that. Okay, so y, here's the y-axis along here, right? So y is 3 is right there. Now there's really only one choice. You can't go up and down, or every line like this would have to go exactly in the same spot, which wouldn't make any sense. So y equals 3 is right here. If you want to think of it this way, y equals 3 here, and here, and here. See the idea? It goes like that. There's y equals 3. Next up, graph x equals 2. All right, x equals 2. Find one spot where x equals 2, and I bet you from there you'll know what to do. Okay, that's a spot where x equals 2. And now, where's another spot where x equals 2? You can go, oh, I guess that's another spot. And then you go, oh, it's got to be right here. And that's where x equals 2. Okay? Next up, graph y equals 2x minus 3. All right, well, this is the slope, and that's the y-intercept. So I like to start at the y-intercept of negative 3. So it's down here. And then my slope is 2, and I can always put that over 1, right? Because 2 over 1 is the same as 2. And now it tells me the rise over the run. I rise 2, and I run 1. So from here, I rise 2, and I run 1, and I put my dot right there. Okay? And the stuff in between isn't really there. I was just kind of showing you where I walked. Okay, and then I'm going to rise 2 and run 1, rise 2, and then run 1. Okay, so all of those spots are on my line, and I just connect the dots, and I've got my line. Okay, so you start at the y-intercept and use the slope to get you there. Now, when they're a little more complicated, like y equals negative 3x minus 4 or something, now if I start at my y-intercept of negative 4 right here, so I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to want to do a slope of negative 3 over 1, which means fall 3. Oh boy, it's going to go off my graph. 1, 2, 3, and then run 1. Okay. Or I can go back this way and go 1 over this way and then up 3. See how that works? All right. So that's just one extra little example. It kind of went off my graph, but it's going to be okay. I'll do one more just to make sure you totally get this. Let's say I had y equals negative 1/2 plus 2. Sorry, 1/2 x plus 2. Well, I start at 2, okay, which is the y-intercept of 2 is right there. And negative 1/2 x means fall 1 and run 2. This is the rise or fall, and this is the run. So I'm going to fall 1 and run 2. Fall 1 and run 2. Get the idea? There would be my graph for y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. All right, moving on. 197, write an equation for this. Well, I've got the line, and I'm trying to figure out what the equation would be for this line. Well, I start at the y-intercept, which is right there, and I say, oh, the y-intercept is 2. So I know it's y equals something x, and it's plus 2. Now all I got to figure out is that. And what is the slope? This is another one of those negative slopes. So my slope is always a rise over a run. So I got to figure out how much rise over how much run to get from this point to the next logical point. There's another logical point. It's at a lattice point on the graph where the lines touch. And I'm going to see how much rise and how much run. This is rise negative 1 over run 2. So there it is. Y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 2. That's a lot like the last one we just did.